David Crumby, is that right?
Yes.
Good to see you, David.
Good to see you.
The Crumby brothers, they've been fighting for these wrestling titles for a long time. Talk what it means to be the state champion.
I mean, it's a good feeling. I mean, wish my brother could have made it, but he also helped us secure the state title as a team.
Those that don't know, share your weight class again with us and share your brother's weight class.
I'm the 126 pounder. My brother is one weight class up. He's 132.
So I bet you and your brother work out together and practice day after day after day. Huh?
Yeah, it gets a little rough sometimes.
Who got you guys started wrestling? Are you guys the same age, by the way?
Yes, we are.
Both seniors?
Yes.
Wow. That's got to be a kind of a crazy tug at your heartstrings, too. You win the state championship your senior year, but your brother comes up just a little bit short. I mean, was there a big hug after you won and that type thing?
Not really. He was just messing with me afterwards, generally. It was like he likes messing with me.
More of a crazy thing, right, huh?
Yeah.
So what got you guys going? What got you guys started?
It's just, we tried basically every sport all the way up through, and then about 6th grade, we decided to try wrestling. And
who was the 6th grade coach back in the day? Who helped you back then?
It would be Coach Carter.
Coach Carter, would that be at Southeast Middle, right?
Yes.
Somebody gave me his name the other day. I heard about Coach Carter today. I think Mr. Charlie Panel mentioned his name. He's a good coach. Does Coach Beasley, does he also coach at Southeast Middle? I know he coaches some at Southeast
He does
High School, too.
the football.
Gotcha. The feeling you had right after you won, when they raised your hand, that had to be some kind of crazy feeling then. And what did you do? Did you do like a backflip? Did you do like a jump? What would you do?
I didn't really know how to react. I just basically just stood there and let the ref raise my hand.
Had to feel good though. Did you leave your hand up there just a little bit?
Yeah.
You had to. Do you remember who the ref was that refed your match?
I'd never met this ref.
There's a couple of these refs I know from here. Mr. Jones, you know Mr. Jones, the old former Marine ref. And
yeah.
The other ref, this is a little bit bigger than Mr. Jones. And he refed your match. I went to that Southeast match at Smith. And the older gentleman's kind of like Mr. Jones. He's a little bit bigger, also got the flat top. Those referees were actually refereeing back when I was in school. Those guys have been around forever doing that job. How hard was it to get there for you? Was it like for your senior year? Did you already have it lined up and it was pretty simple? Was it tough your senior year?
I had a pretty good draw. I mean, I've lost 3 matches this year. I lost to a 3A kid and to a 132 pounder and the 26 pounder that took 4th this year in my weight class. I just got lucky on the draw.
Good draw. And you'll take it, right?
Yeah.
All the hard draws you got. Well, all those days you didn't get the 4th, the other guy got the 4th. All those days you were trying to get ready, and the guy showed up. You weren't going to wrestle, and this guy came in and tried to whip you. So you earned it that day.
Yeah. I mean, it was a tough go all the way through. And I had some matches where it took me a minute to get going, and the kid scored a couple points on me before I could even react.
But you had plenty of time to make those points up.
Yeah.
There's a crazy thing. Let's kind of get this wrestling idea. Do you ever put a guy on his back, put him there for a few points, and pull him right back up, and then set him up and go again?
Yeah.
Repetition points like that. Because I've heard a guy. That's pretty rough when they do that.
Yeah.
That's like in a professional wrestling match. They have to pin the guy and then bring him back up, and then just kind of use the guy to get the points.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to get those points.
Yeah. Sometimes depending on what you need for team points.
Exactly. Sometimes maybe a decision might be better than a pin. Is that possible?
Generally not all the time, but do try to pin where you can.
Gotcha.
Try to get as many team
How
points.
How many pins did you get in the state tournament last weekend? Mainly pins there, or mainly more decisions?
I wrestled 4 matches. I had 2 tech falls, a minor 5-0, and a major in the finals 11-0.
Well, I'll ask you the same question as Carson. Any classes you take at Southeast that kind of go along with wrestling as far as preparing you for wrestling, going through your academic work?
Not really.
Because the numbers you just gave me, man, you got to be pretty good with your numbers too to keep up with all that stuff. What was your final record? Let the people know about that again.
I believe what they said was, I think it ended up being like 49-3, or it's in the 40s because
I think I've got a 46-3 here, but they may not have added in some of those championship matches to go with that. First day of practice this year. What do you remember about that first day of practice?
That practice was a little rough. I'd been wrestling all summer, so I was still in good shape for wrestling. It was just long, real long.
First day is always the toughest. What kind of goals did you have going in? I mean, state title had to be your goal.
It was, and just to try to win more than what I did last year and try to keep my losses down.
The best thing to do is try to go unbeaten, and if you're going to lose one or two, you still had a great year. And maybe to supersize it too. Not only go for the individual title, that's your goal. Let's get a team title. Let's supersize this deal this year, make it bigger. Hardest part of practice, that daily grind. What's the hardest part about practice?
Hardest part would be the conditioners in between. Normally about halfway through practice, we'll do a conditioner and then take a 5-minute break. Now the conditioner can vary between walls to monkey rolls.
Those monkey rolls, I still hate thinking about those. You bring those up, those will never get out of your head.
No, they're not fun.
Any injuries you suffered? Any injuries you had to endure?
Yeah, I busted the bursa sac in my knee at a Dudley tournament about probably 2 weeks before regions.
That's this year?
This year.
How'd you recover from that?
I just had to keep my knee compressed and iced.
Did you miss any matches?
I missed one tournament at Moorhead.
Some tough stuff. You get through that. The one opponent you like to take on again, a guy who maybe you didn't beat, but even though I won a state title, I still like to wrestle that one match. Not too many guys want to go back and wrestle matches again. They're still tough to begin with, but maybe one match you might want to go back and do again.
It'd probably be against the Scotland County kid that I wrestled in the quarters at States. He was strong.
Have you ever hurt anybody in a match?
I haven't quite taken anybody out. I mean, I've knocked a few kids out with just cross-face cradles, keeping them tight. But that's just off of them not wanting to put their shoulders down.
Maybe wrestling's changed since I was back in it. Can somebody possibly tap out and stop a match?
They can wave their finger for injury time, and that would cost them a point for potential near fall.
Wow, interesting. The meal you had after the title, I heard it was a big pizza celebration.
I didn't go to that one.
What'd you go? You did something different. What'd you get?
I went home to my dad's mom's house, my Nana, and she had made dinner for us.
What'd you guys have?
We had some hash browns and let's see what else. Some ham and something else.
Did you go overboard? Did you eat all you could hold that night?
I tried.
I gotta stuff myself.
I tried.
You had to, because that was your one chance to take it easy and enjoy it. The best move that nobody can stop, would it be your takedown, your escape, or your finishing move? What's your best move? Nobody can stop that move.
Generally, it's actually a tilt that I run. It's generally a backside tilt. There's a bar and tilt on the other side.
When you pin the guy, do you pin him like with a half Nelson? Do you pin him maybe with a maybe the chicken wing, or maybe with a cradle, or what kind of?
My best combination that I've had over the years for pinning people would be the crossface cradle.
Crossface cradle. How about the fireman's carry? They still use that? That's an old move from the past.
We still use that. I don't hit it as much.
A little bit outdated though, right?
I generally shoot sweeps.
Gotcha. The best comeback you've ever had, last second match, big finish, big win.
I can think of one, was at Super 32. I was down by 4 points, and I came back with like 10 seconds left, reversed the kid, got on top, and turned him for a 5 count, which gave me 3 back points. Won by 1 point.
If you could have either Ric Flair, Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan, or John Cena come speak at your wrestling banquet, who would you bring in?
That'd be a tough one. I honestly had no clue. Probably, I don't know, I guess Ric Flair.
Ric Flair? Anybody else maybe besides those guys?
Not that I can really think of.
Coach Cox. Tell us what Coach Cox means to you. Coach Jed Cox. What's this man mean to you and the team?
He's a good man. He's a really good coach. I mean, he keeps us going. He keeps pushing us whenever we feel down. I mean, and if somebody does mess up, like if we have a punishment and somebody doesn't do it, we all take it as a team. I mean, so we get punished as a team and we achieve as a team.
Live and die as a team, then. The person that made you who you are today through all this wrestling work?
That'd be my club coach. He's helped me through a lot. It's Bobby Lloyd. He coaches a club.
There's your deal right there. Make sure you guys got your card.
He coaches
Who's the club coach? What's his name?
Bobby Lloyd. He coaches.
Bobby Lloyd. That's an old name for the past. That old Hop on Andrews guy.
Yes.
That guy goes back years. That guy's been around since dirt. I've heard that guy's name.
He
That guy.
coaches for School of Hard Knocks.
I believe it. I mean, knowing that guy's name from the past, excellent. I think I even remember that guy was wrestling. I think that guy, I'm not trying to show my history. I'm not some great genius. I don't know everything, but I think he coached at Hop on Andrews. He may have wrestled for Southern Alamance back in the day. Maybe the old days. I'm not sure. Check up on that. So, who talked into going out for wrestling back in the very beginning? Who got you started?
Nobody really talked me out into it. I just saw that we weren't really allowed to do sports in our 6th grade year. So we had a club team at our middle school, and I just decided to go out for that and just see what it was like.
A shout out to somebody not here tonight. Somebody might want to take along with you on this great journey. Who's a shout out here too?
My brother,
David Crumby, and your brother's name again?
William Crumby.
William Crumby. Where's William at tonight?
He's actually at my club practice tonight.
So you're missing practice. Eat a big meal, enjoy it, and take it easy. Take it easy. David, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the state championship. Means a lot. I ain't got any left. I can't go again.